Imagine the scene. The sun is setting, you've just clocked out after 8 hours of mental and physical exertion, and your front door finally clicks shut behind you. The couch is calling your name like a siren. Your brain feels like a browser with 50 tabs open, all of them lagging. This is the moment where most dreams go to die in the exhaustion of the after-work hours. But what if I told you that the gap between who you are and who you want to be is bridged exactly during these tired hours? Discipline isn't about having a surplus of energy. It's about having a system that works when your energy is at its lowest. Today, we are breaking down the 5-step blueprint to master your discipline even when you are exhausted.
Step 1. The transition ritual. The biggest mistake people make is trying to jump from a high-stress work environment directly into a productive personal project without a buffer. Your brain needs a handshake between your professional identity and your personal mission. When you walk through that door, don't sit down. If you sit, you lose. Instead, create a physical trigger. This could be a 5-minute shower, changing into a specific set of work clothes for your side hustle, or even just leaving your shoes by the door. This ritual signals to your nervous system that the corporate you is off the clock and the visionary you is now in charge. It's a mental reset that clears the day's fog.
Think of it like a computer rebooting. You are clearing the cache of emails, meetings, and deadlines. This transition doesn't need to be long, but it must be consistent. During these few minutes, focus entirely on your breath or the feeling of the water in the shower. You are washing away the stress of the office. By the time you step out or change your clothes, you have reclaimed your agency. You are no longer a tired employee. You are a focused individual ready to invest in yourself. This is the foundation of the bridge you are building.
Step 2. The 5-minute entry fee. When we are tired, our brain magnifies the difficulty of any task. Writing a chapter feels like writing a book. A 30-minute workout feels like a marathon. To beat this, you must lower the barrier to entry until it's impossible to say no. Tell yourself you only have to do the task for 5 minutes. Just 5. If after 5 minutes you are still too exhausted to continue, you have permission to stop. But here's the secret. The hardest part of discipline is starting. Once the friction of beginning is overcome, the momentum of doing usually takes over. You'll find that 5 minutes often turns into 50.
This is the law of inertia applied to psychology. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. That's you on the couch. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. That's you 5 minutes into your work. By committing to such a small amount of time, you bypass the amygdala hijack, the part of your brain that screams for safety and comfort. You aren't committing to a grueling session. You are just paying a small entry fee. Most of the time, the work itself is less exhausting than the thought of the work.
Step 3. Environment architecture. Discipline is often just a byproduct of a well-designed environment. If you have to spend 10 minutes looking for your gym shoes or clearing a space on your desk to write, you will use up your remaining willpower before you even start. You must remove all friction. Before you leave for your day job in the morning, set the stage. Open your laptop to the exact document you need to work on. Lay out your workout clothes. Set your tools on the table. When you come home tired, your environment should practically pull you into the task.
You want to make the right choice the easy choice. Conversely, make the wrong choice difficult. Hide the TV remote in another room. Log out of social media on your browser. When your environment is aligned with your goals, discipline becomes passive. You aren't forcing yourself to be productive. You are simply following the path of least resistance that you carved out for yourself earlier that day. Your morning self is the architect. Your evening self is the builder.
Step 4. Manage energy, not just time. We've been lied to. We've been told that time management is the key to success. But 7 p.m. after a long day is not the same as 7 a.m. on a Saturday. They are the same time, but vastly different energies. Step 4 is about scheduling your hardest tasks when your energy is highest and using your tired hours for low-friction, high-impact movements. If your job is mentally draining, your after-work discipline might need to be physical. If your job is physical, your discipline might be creative. Understand your personal energy cycles. If you know you hit a wall at 8 p.m., don't try to solve complex problems then. Instead, use that time for preparatory work, organizing, researching, or light exercise. By aligning your tasks with your biological state, you stop fighting against yourself. Discipline isn't about being a robot, it's about being a smart operator of your own biology. Listen to what your body is telling you, but don't let it dictate your direction. Adjust the speed, but never stop the movement.
Step 5. The identity shift. True discipline is never about what you do, it's about who you believe you are. If you see yourself as a tired worker trying to do a side project, you will always prioritize rest. But if you see yourself as a writer who happens to have a day job or an athlete who works in an office, your priorities flip. Your after-work hours aren't extra time, they are your real time. This is where your true identity lives. When you show up for your goals while tired, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become.
Every time you choose the book over the remote or the gym over the nap, you are strengthening your self-image. You are proving to yourself that your commitments are stronger than your feelings. This is the ultimate level of discipline. It's no longer a struggle because it's just what you do. An athlete doesn't negotiate with the rain, they just train. A writer doesn't wait for inspiration, they just write. Shift your identity and the discipline will follow as a natural consequence. In conclusion, the hours between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. are the most valuable hours of your life. While the rest of the world is tuned out, you were tuning in. While they are consuming, you are creating. It isn't easy and it isn't always fun, but the pride you feel when you lay your head on the pillow knowing you didn't let your exhaustion win is a high that no amount of Netflix can provide. You are building a life that your future self will thank you for.
Keep going, even when it's slow, even when it's hard, especially when you're tired, because that is exactly where the greatness is hidden. The world is full of people who are disciplined when they feel like it. The winners are those who are disciplined when they don't. You have the steps, you have the system. Now all that's left is to take that first step through the door and start your ritual. Your future is waiting on the other side of your fatigue. Welcome to the elite few who choose to bridge the gap.